Hey everybody, welcome back. It's STARDEUS. Yeah, hope you're having a great day today. We are now currently orbiting a planet called Beige. We just mined it completely, so that's great. Now don't adjust your videos thinking you missed something because the ship looks a little different. You didn't miss anything. I just sort of skipped you ahead a little bit into construction because this was, well, this was just something that had a whole lot of indecisiveness going on, and I just figured, you know what? You guys don't need any of that. You get enough of that in the videos already. So let's just kind of tell you what I'm up to here. I've decided to give in to the people who were always recommending that I expand my industry, mostly just to save time. I admit it's always going to be faster to have more things. So I am making more furnaces, and we are expanding the ship outwards. And, well, Nemo is less of a fish now, and actually designed very much more similarly to the Explorer ship that I really love flying in Elite Dangerous. So we're going to have furnaces and stuff on this side. Obviously, it'll be hooked up to teleporters and stuff all throughout, and I'm also getting our power and stuff going here. Let me just real quick get a copy of the power set up here. We'll go like this, and then over like this, and then probably one more over on this side, but that's just so it can reach what will inevitably be more guns and stuff that'll be positioned over here. Okay, so once we get those connection points up, we'll then have that teleporter working, and we can proceed from there. So as far as teleporters go, we're going to have a couple of copies. We're going to have one here and here, and these center ones are going to go to the wing sections. So one here, and this one will go here. And then we're going to have another teleporter that will be on this side, and there'll be teleporters that'll just sort of move bots around the wing area, because it's a very big open wing area, and I want bots to be able to get around efficiently. So we're going to be looking at that too. Now we do have the auto connect function enabled, so this was automatically connected to this one, which is okay with me, I guess. I don't really care which one it connects to, but since this one has full connections, it did not automatically connect here, which is odd. I felt like this should have automatically connected here, but it did not do it, so there it is. What it is. So anyway, we're going to have that one and then this one. So now, because we're processing so quickly, we actually don't have any more titanium to process. So I'm going to switch that to copper, but we need more titanium to process. So let's go to the map really quick. Got everything here. And now we're looking for titanium. Not usually necessary, but since we're making giant expansions to the ship, well, I need more of that resource. So it isn't really, again, I don't think it's necessary to do it this fast because, you know, we have lots of time in flying and stuff to process this stuff. We don't need a big expansion like this. But I am trying to hurry this series up a little bit. There's a lot of other games I'd like to play, and I don't want to necessarily hurry this up just because it's like not fun, because it is very fun to play, but I have a lot of stuff to do as a content creator, and so I'm trying to kind of get us along, move on the journey, and we're almost there. But I did want to have like a proper looking ship here while we do it. On this side, we're going to have more manufacturing, so we basically have resource processing here, manufacturing of those resources here, teleporters running all up in between, and then we're going to go ahead and adjust this part so that the exterior of the ship will have these all on the outside, and everything should be awesome once I do that. And then we'll have lots of material collection as well. Now, while we're flying around and upgrading our ship, we also have advanced solar researching, and it's at 70% now. It's not going at full speed, of course. It's there's no way I can generate 15 megawatts of power right now. But it's okay. It doesn't have to be done in 24 hours. It can be done in a week. It can be done in 2 weeks. It can be done in a month. I don't really care. As long as I get it done, it doesn't matter to me. So I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to close this in with walls. I do have a wall sticking up this way, and I might go ahead and build this, and that's why this wing is being expanded, actually. So I can make a wall through here. But I don't know. I mean, since we're not going to be getting hit by anything anyway. Well, okay, micrometeorites. We might get hit by micrometeorites, but I think using these as these quantum barriers and positioning them all on the outside here, at least one here and then one over here, that's going to provide enough protection for the micrometeorites. And then we have the tractor beams anyway. And that's, you know, it's going to nullify the asteroids and really just take care of all the things we don't want it anyway. Now, I haven't tried to pull an asteroid yet, and I actually have an idea for that. So I don't want asteroids to go here. Because the giant asteroid gets pulled here, it's going to take out a whole bunch of this stuff, and I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is have one of these little scaffolding things, and I'm going to have it go outside right here on this wing, and I'm going to have it go way out here about like this, okay, from there. And then there's going to be another one that goes with the same thing. So just be sticking out. Two of these things are just sticking way out like this. And then if there's ever an asteroid, we're going to have all of our tractor beams send it to one of the ones on the edge. And by doing that, I'm hoping that I have minimal rebuilds, because I don't want this to get over this way. Like this is, 4 of these things for different things, and I don't need that. So we'll have one tractor, one target, and we'll just do it from there. Although now I think about it, I can't have these things target more than one point at a time. So like changing the point that you're targeting may not be the best way to go about it. Maybe I'm just being foolish here. Maybe I should just do this anyway, because we're gonna be rebuilding anyway, and I'm thinking about like the overall cost of anyway, right? If I build 2 of these out this way and out this way, twice the length, but only 1 wide instead of 2, it's basically the same amount of resources each time. Then like how many asteroids am I really gonna have to deal with? I'm starting to think it's not worth it, and all the moving around. You know what? Never mind. All right, see what I'm saying? Like indecisiveness, right? I wanted you guys to be able to avoid the indecisiveness just a little bit while I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. So in expeditions, we're gonna send the bots down. Go ahead, and then we do another expedition load. This time it's the other one, and you send all the bots down. Go ahead. Now I'm sending all the bots down because if I tell the humans to do it, seems like there's usually one that just doesn't make it there, and I'm unsure of why usually. Maybe they're sleeping at the time or something, and the expedition can't leave till they wake up, that kind of thing. I don't know. But there is something in the game where if one of the humans doesn't make it to the expeditions, it'll simply ask you, do you want to abort or retry? It doesn't give me a reason as to why they can't make it, but I suspect that's probably what it is. They're just indisposed at the moment, whether they're in the shower or bathroom, or maybe they're sleeping, something like that, right? So it's fine. I'll just send the bots. The bots will just automatically do what I asked them to do anyway, so no big deal. Okay, so it looks like we've got something not configured. Yep, so you're going to do... we'll put you on copper as well. Eventually, we're going to get to the point where I no longer have storage just full, because that's the ultimate reason why I decided to do this. Wasn't so much about like wanting this to be processed faster, although that is a good side effect for it. But instead, I wanted to do it because my storages were getting full, and I still needed to like go off and do things, and I was going to have to basically get the uranium, but I couldn't also grab the titanium because we're kind of full of titanium, right? So we were gathering raw resources faster than we were processing them, and I have limited storage space. There. Okay, so I'll concede. You're right. Fine. We'll expand. We'll make it bigger. Everything's fine. Speaking of that, how much oil do we have? Crude oil, 2616. So, going on the expansion note, over here on this side, we're going to build a copy of these, and on this side, we're going to process a whole lot of crude oil. So, we're going to say, let's say 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 11, 12. Honestly, we could probably do even more than this, but I have other processing and stuff I want to do anyway. So we'll build 12 more for crude oil processing, because we have 2,600 crude oil, right? And we could be selling that petroleum. We only have 1,000 petroleum, which is still a lot. One balance change I do want to see in the game. We've had a little bit of contentious comments regarding this, so I wanted to clarify what I said earlier about how I think it's broken that you can just take crude oil and process it into petroleum and sell it as a profit, right? I did not say that I thought it was unbalanced or in any way unfair that you could process a raw resource into something that's refined and sell that refined resource for more money. That is like the basis of commerce here, okay? There's nobody that thinks that that's broken, okay? What's broken is the supply of your raw resource is infinite, instantly available, at no cost to you. That's the part that's broken. The fact that you can call a trader to your ship over and over again, and all you need to do is have multiples of these. Like, I'll just do this. Oil trader, please. And then this one here, by the way, oil trader, please. Both of them will come, one right after the other. They will provide you with an infinite supply of oil, and you can just keep doing this, and you will have billions of credits in no time, because they will always bring you thousands of oil for you to buy and trade and do that way. That is the part I think that is broken. It is not that you can process goods. It is that the goods that you can obtain are obtained at no cost to you, which is why I said making mining or drilling or mining oil more viable as a source of getting it was preferred. One thing I think you could do for a balance change that would be preferred in this case is to make it to where you cannot call a trader to your ship that quickly. It shouldn't arrive in a couple of days. Maybe even doing it to where you can't call a trader at all. I don't know how you could balance this. But being able to say, I want specifically an oil trader that able to target that specific resource, and it comes to you anywhere in the galaxy for free. Like, you don't have to pay for it. Maybe you have to pay to call the trader or something, but I don't know how you could balance it. But I do think that it is broken, and I do think that it is an unbalanced mechanic that is way too powerful and should be nerfed. That's all I'm saying. The trader mechanic is the part that I had a problem with. Okay. Now that I've said my piece on that, I'm going to, I think, set all of these to process titanium, but we're a little low on titanium. I actually have all of these now targeting titanium now instead. So we should have a nice steady source of titanium, but it isn't as fast as it should be. So this is going to be my crafting room. This is going to end up being indoors, and it's going to be where humans will come in and they will do crafting. We will also build probably 10 more of these suckers, and then they will process goods. And what I will plan on setting up here is one of them does microchips, right? This takes transistors and silicon, okay? So what I plan to do is have a row that are doing microchips and a row that's doing transistors. Okay, so that the input for microchips is produced right next to it. And that way it can just constantly be pushed in along with the raw silicon that we just get from planets and stuff. Okay, so that's what I plan to do for making microchips all the time. For making transistors and other types of goods, we obviously need to be able to process copper and all that stuff. Well, that kind of stuff can be still processed over here with furnaces. It can be processed over here, and then they can just teleport the goods over where they need to go. It doesn't take a lot of time for people to teleport things where they need to go. So we'll have a teleporter in here as well, and it all gets hooked up in a teleport room. In fact, if I have a dedicated copper processing over here, I can make a teleporter that just takes them directly over to here, and then that copper constantly gets fed into the crafting machine, if you will, that's producing, you know, the copper wire and the transistors and things like that. So that is the plan, to do that. Our excavations are done. I didn't even notice that they were back. They happen really quickly now that there's two of them. So that's gone. Where's my refocus? Right here. So Chinese Wilson. Got all the copper and all the uranium out of Chinese Wilson. Love that name. So I don't need copper. I don't really need more silicon or anything. So I'm really targeting titanium now. I think that's my biggest thing, only because my ship isn't fully expanded yet. Once it's fully expanded, I probably could care less. Arena. Lithium's pretty important too. Hermite, Lazaro 5. We can launch a probe there. That's good. Dobarina was scanned, and that's giving us lithium. And you know, we could probably go there. How far away is it? How far away? I mean, we could probably just travel wherever we want, right? Yeah. So from here to here, I mean, we might as well stop on these other planets all on the way, right? Just to get the iron. Yeah, we'll go get the iron from this one, I think, and then we could just go to every planet. I don't know. I don't know. Like it's a game where you can play it forever. You don't have to. You know, you don't have to play it a certain way. You can kind of play it and explore and do whatever you want. I do definitely hope that this game gets a ground game. I do. Speaking of which, and I want to put this out there in case you didn't see it, there's actually only limited time left starting today. I'd like to introduce you to a new game that's scheduled to come out in 2024. It's very similar to STARDEUS, only it hopes to be expanded even more than STARDEUS currently is. I'd like to introduce you to Nebula. Nebula has partnered with me to promote their Kickstarter campaign. So this is like a sponsored thing, if you will. But this game looks like it's going to be pretty sweet. It's got all the Rimworld elements that you'd expect, tons of customization, a lot of integration with people who back it on Kickstarter. So you can get yourself a name in the game, you can design your own characters, etc., and they can show up in the world for other players to have. There's lots of different perks, tons of different levels for supporting them, and they're already reaching their stretch goals. I've been supporting them since the day one of their Kickstarter campaign, and you can get in on this if you'd like to. There's still a few days left. Link in the description down below, and if you get there and you do decide to pledge with they are sharing a portion of your pledge with me as part of this partnership. So thank you so much for supporting my channel, as well as a cool game, which is again scheduled to come out in 2024. And part of the Kickstarter is you can also get beta access early. So you'll also get access to it and potentially even multiple keys to give away before it comes out on Steam. All right, so the oil trader has arrived. Merchant ship is offering a trade. And we're gonna go in and get their offer. Their offer is they have petroleum and rubber. Oh, did we update our game? Did we? There's no oil here now. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Now I'm actually liking this. This guy doesn't have it. Now I wonder if the other one will have it. Maybe there's only a chance that they don't have it. Because I have spoken about this in the past with them. So well, I don't know if that's been changed. I know a lot of other people had that as an idea as well. So we'll keep an eye out on that. I'm gonna send him on his way. And this one has plastic, rubber, and petroleum, but no crude oil. Ooh, good. Very good. Now I like this. This is better. All right. The raw resource is not available instantly from the trader. Now this is a welcome change. I'm actually happy with this. Some people might go, no, but like, again, I think this is a wonderful change. If maybe this is just bad RNG. Maybe they just happen to not have it. But if they actually did take that out of the game, I am very satisfied with that change. So far, I couldn't actually buy oil instantly from this trader, and that makes me happy. Okay. So maybe all that stuff that I was just talking about is completely fixed now. This game develops so fast. Like, things change between videos. It's like I'll sit down to record. I'll record one. I'll record the next day. There's already an update, and it changes a bunch of stuff. There's like 26 changes. It's the guy really cares about his game. You can tell. Radar's detected an incoming breach capsule. Oh boy. Well, where is? It'll be here in 3 hours. Okay. Well, we know how to deal with breach capsules. We're quite good at those now. Buttercup has joined our colony. Buttercup has joined our colony. Princess Buttercup, and Princess Buttercup is nude. She's not doesn't have any clothing, although she is going over to the wardrobe to get clothing, and that's where all the clothing is kept in these wardrobes here, and they're pretty good about doing that. There's like over 60. My math is terrible. Almost 60 clothing, yeah. So over there, so plenty of colonists can wake up and get clothing. No big deal. This one's got iron. Yeah, we could probably go over there for the iron and the steel and all that stuff. So, are we back yet? Not yet. With the two ships, though, we take stuff out really fast. So, all right, breach capsule. I can speak. Breach capsule incoming. Yeah, they're trying to come and get us. So, we'll go ahead to the tractor beam. We will select the breach capsule. We'll go ahead and do it for the same one here. We will select the breach capsule, and we will just, start pulling it in. It's what we do. We pull it in. You know what? We'll do it for this one too. We might as well just have all of them pull it in. Just get it over. There we go. And it's only one breach capsule, so this guy stands no chance, as the focus of our guns will not be split between many capsules now. It'll just be the one. So I imagine we'll see complete pulverization in 3, 2, 1. Destroy. And it disappears from the map. It is gone. Goodbye. I love this. And because the point is out here instead of over here, it's like being drawn laterally across the ship instead of like towards us. And so like you just get to take pop shots with absolutely no risks. And even if it was to somehow get here, the breach capsule has a small delay before it opens up and lets whatever is out. So we'll just continue to pummel it and destroy it anyway. It's just awesome. I love that mechanic so much. It probably nullifies the need for shields. The only reason I want shields is just to use them. And because maybe micrometeorites, because I can't do anything about those without the shields. That's pretty much the only reason. I want to get another one of these, copy, and we'll put this right here. Yep. We need to have the connection points set up so that we can start processing. Although this one was automatically connected. That's nice. If I build this one, will it get automatically connected to that one? And no, because it doesn't have enough connection points. So what we'll do is we'll just do that. And then we'll connect you here. Oh, you're off. Oh, slightly off center. My bad. Here. Let's relocate you to here instead. Okay, there we go. And then we will reload you to here. And then you can go there. And then finally, you'll go there. And now all of these, when they get built, they should automatically connect to this one because we have that active. So now we have effectively doubled our crude oil processing speed. But we don't need this many processors now, right? Because we're not going to have that much oil. There's just no way we have that much oil. So I'm going to cancel those. And we'll just have those as part of it. And then we'll have a lot of automated manufacturing. We'll get, the fabricators, tons of fabricators for plastic and things like that. We'll go over there as well. Just a big ship with a whole bunch of stuff in it, man. That's all it is. Okay, looks like everybody's back. All of our resources are good to go. So we'll go to the next planet that might have titanium. Hopefully, this has got a lot of stuff on it. We could probably get some of that stuff. No titanium there, but a lot of iron there. So tell you what, we'll go here. We'll get this stuff, then we'll get that stuff, then we'll come over and get that stuff, and then yeah, that's the game. All right, I'm going to let this play on, I think, for a while here, because I'd like to move the series along a little bit to get you guys into finding a habitable world and everything instead of just constant resource management. So I'm going to let this play on for, I don't know, I might play this for several hours. There's not going to be a whole lot going on other than just resource collection and expanding memory, disk storage space, and the like. And then anything that comes in as a threat, we just blow it up like that. So it's really, at this point, a very routine, repetitive game for you as a viewer. So I want to avoid that from happening and get you to the good stuff where we look at terraforming. I have no idea what that involves, but we're going to look at that next. So let me play on this, and then when we come back in this video, after this cut, it'll probably be several days from now, and this ship will have everything set up, and we'll be ready to push out to a new place. And I will build the new FTL engines right here. Okay, so see you guys in a long time. All right, so I'm going to launch this expedition down to this final planet here. Actually, I think there is one more planet, but it doesn't matter. So we're going to launch the expedition now to get this stuff. Let me show you where I'm at so far, okay? First off, FTL research, where is it? Right there. FTL research is done. So I can now make the final engines. I'm actually going to do black holes next. Just because I'd like to see what that's all about and maybe use whatever the item is to interact with the black hole. It sounds nice. It sounds fun. So I've expanded my oil processing operation down here, as expected. And we actually have one of these quantum barriers done. So we can see that there is a shield around us here. Now, I will say I'm not entirely sure how these things are supposed to work, but I just had a micrometeorite storm not too long ago, a couple minutes ago, and it was coming from the left, and it did make contact with this wall, and that was well after this thing was already charged to 100%. So I'm not entirely sure what this is doing per se, but I hope that it's blocking. But it absolutely made contact with this wall, and I had to repair it. So I'm not entirely sure what the exceptions are. Maybe it doesn't stop things traveling at light speed. Don't know. We actually have one up here and here, as well as over here too, and right there. So we're starting to get these quantum barriers built as well. just to kind of protect us around our ship in various places. So we're almost done doing that, but having a mass processing thing for petroleum is going to, I suppose, fund a lot of other things. I also have added new, more of these assemblers. There's a whole bunch of assemblers along the wall here. I've cleaned up this little area, but I kept this as the crafting zone for now. And then we have the fabricator room, which has been kind of cleaned up and is nice and spacious now. And then I've also upgraded the solar panels. So the max size solar panels are actually 3x3 instead of 2x2. So I just wanted to give you sort of a look at the difference in size here. Here's the 2x2, and of course the 1 is just 1. So here's your 2x2, and then your 3x3. And we get 15 out of these 4, and we get almost 50 maximum out of these. Now they've also updated the game since I've been recording this episode. I think it's since I've been recording this one, yeah. And dust storms are now more effective. What I mean by that is they block more of the sunlight now. So it's you're going to get less performance than you did before while there is a dust storm going on, even if your panels are clean, which is good. In fact, I feel like you should get almost no performance out of your solar panels if you're in deep space anyway. Like, okay, you're really far away from the star. Cool, you get like no performance. Like I feel like that should be something we get anyway, but I'm good with it. If he wants to nerf solar panels, then yeah, you should do it. Because don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of solar, but these things are pretty damn powerful. Just saying. Okay, last thing I wanted to cover then before the end of this video is the FTL engines. So let's go to space travel, and we're looking for these FTL drive, space curvature-based propulsion device that bends space-time in front of your ship to achieve faster than light travel speeds. Can only be used in long-range flight. So they're not nearly as big as I thought they were. I've got to tell you, I thought these things would be massive, but they're actually pretty small. Kind of surprised. And, you know, I'm thinking of maybe we try this, just because of how small they are. We can go in and do something like this. We could just say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I don't know if there's a merit to having many of these. I mean, if it's an FTL drive and we're going faster than light anyway, but we will have 5 of them right next to this in the middle here. So we have 2 additional fusion drives going in on each side, and then finally the 5 FTL drives. You can see how expensive the FTL drives are, let's see, compared to the fusion drive. So this requires construction 7, does 20 titanium plates, 10 copper wires, 3 gear, and 3 microchips. Then the FTL drive requires 9 construction, then 50 titanium plates, 25 copper wire, and then we also get microchips. There's 3 uranium to be built each one of these, and also in addition to that, from the fusion drive, we also require optical fibers to build these as well. So that's a pretty expensive upgrade there. Thankfully, no science, because that would require me to have scaffolding all the way out to build the engines for the big robots. So I guess it's a good thing we don't need that. Now, I've also decided that I will close in this thing. I said I was kind of on the fence about it before, but I am going to close this in. So this is all closed in now. And we don't have as many of these furnaces here because, well, just like I said before, you don't need that many furnaces. And once we got that many furnaces in, now all these furnaces have almost nothing to do. Even if I'm mining, they have almost nothing to do. They process a few of the stuff, and then that's it. And so yeah, we're left with a lot of equipment just sitting out doing nothing. So I was afraid of that. The oil processing, on the other hand, since I had so much oil to begin with from saving it up all this time, there actually is a lot to process. But once we get caught up with that, I mean, the only reason for this to exist at that point is to just cheese the trader. Which I will point out here, I was wrong earlier in the video, which I recorded, I think it was like 2 days ago for me. I was wrong about that. The oil trader still gives oil. I was just getting bad RNG on like the luck with that specific trader, or the couple of traders that I had. They absolutely do still send you oil. So this pip right here is me purchasing oil. Okay. This is mining it from a planet. And then I was processing it, and then I bought some. And now, as you can see, I've got a lot. So I started up here with like 6,400 of it, and then I've been processing it, and then, yeah. So I'm up to 5,823 crude oil here. That's just a massive amount of money coming my way if I can process all of it. So what I probably should do instead is just create more of these machines and put those up here and leave the furnaces to process whatever I mine from this point on, because there's really no reason to have as much as we have. Also, this barrier just got done and is now charging. So anyway, these solar panels are coming in. Now, I have scaffolding along the edge here because it's kind of reserving this spot for me. So I can go in and do this now. Take these out because they're not exact size, right? So I need to have 3 out, and then I can replace it by putting this down right here. And so I plan to go bop, bop. Wait, hold on a minute. This is not accurate. 1 second. I want to go here with it. So I need to move that wall here, 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 and here. And then this wall needs to move. So we're going to say that we need a constructed wall to be here instead. Yep. And then once this is built, we can then go in and destroy this one. And then once this one is destroyed, we need to take out the floor tile as well, because the solar panels will not replace the floor. And then now we can build a copy there. So we're kind of expanding things out. I did have to move some of the wall. There's a wall segment that was moved right here as well to make room for that. And then all the way over here, I haven't replaced any of these yet. So these are all outside still. But we do have this little scaffolding here in case I need an extra row. So kind of left it open as I made the wall. So we'll go in real quick and we'll just kind of try to see where we want to be. And I think if I go 3 in and then 3 in again and then 3 in again and then 3 in again, we're left with 3 in again and then 3 in again. So I don't need that extra row. It looks to me like I don't need that extra row. But I have it, so it's one of those things where I have it, so I might as well use it kind of thing. So I'm going to take this out and... you know, I might just be tempted to... you know, this might be a job for the planning tool. It actually might be a job for the planning tool. Who knows? So if we take this, go across here, that's 18. So that is evenly divisible by 3. So this is already the right... this is already the right width for all of this, but is it the right height? So all the way down would get me to 19. So we need 18 by 18. So we do not need anything else. So yeah, so we'll just be taking this part away. These 3 can be gone. Yep. And we'll go ahead and say good on that. Let's get rid of... I'm not going to use the planning tool. We'll get rid of that, and then also get rid of this row as well. So 2, well, there's actually a lot more than 2 rows going away here, but it'll just kind of dissipate. And then it looks like I need to delete this row of solar panels as well. We left all the stuff is just gonna be sitting here floating in space until we reconnect it. So here is the 50 array. Nope, that's not it. Yep. I do kind of wish I could move plans too. So if I like lay this in and I'm like, oh, I don't want that. Really cool user experience, in my opinion. Double click to move instead of O. So if I double click this, I'd be able to just move. But that does kind of eliminate the whole like mass selection of the process. So compromise, do a middle button click. So like if I was just to click mouse wheel down, it would allow me to move the thing. I think that would be a super intuitive thing to do. Otherwise, like I could hit O on the plans, but it doesn't let you move plans. It only lets you move things. So allowing the plans to move would also be a kind of a cool addition to the game, I think. Another good way to do it, in my opinion. All right, so I'm gonna let these things build in, and then we'll have expanded our solar capacity as well. But you guys will see a lot of this stuff next time. We'll have the FTL engines built. We don't have enough microchips and stuff yet. I think they're still kind of kicking them out in here, but we're getting very close. We're also constantly making processor efficiency upgrades, which I can dump into these machines. So we're always making these upgrades for this too, and we're also making always making the disk compression upgrades. And the reason why it says there's not enough of them is because I've already queued up the upgrades, but we just don't have the components. So as soon as they print the component, as soon as the component gets kicked out, it immediately goes in and gets stored. So as far as RAM and stuff goes, we have 236 RAM, and we have over 2,000 disk space ready to rock after the black hole research. So we're getting very close to finally, I think the next research we're going to do, of course, is terraforming. And we only need a little bit more RAM to get to these, because this is 256, and it's 256 on the storage for all of them as well. So we'll be doing terraforming stuff very soon. In the next video, we're going to have these engines done, and then we're going to go to a black hole, and I'm going to exit system, and we're going to run over to the black hole and just see what it looks like to move to another system like that, to another galaxy like that. I just want to see what the game's got in terms of graphics and effects and stuff to do that, but that'll be the next video. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you'll check out that Nebula game that I talked about earlier in the video. I hope you'll do that. The link is down in the description. It looks like it's a pretty promising title, and the devs have been pretty fun about adding new things that the community wanted already. So just as their stretch goals and everything. So anyway, that's it. Take it easy. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.